guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're back for another video this week. This week we're going to continue with the Lent recipes. We're going to be making capirotada. The best way I can describe it, for those of you who don't know, it'll be like a bread with tres leches on it, and it has a lot of toppings on it. It is a very typical dessert to eat around this time of Lent for la Cuaresma. Usually you would want to do this recipe with teleras or bolillos, but not everywhere in the United States you're able to find teleras or bolillos. So I'm going to be doing it with something more common that you're able to find at your local store. I found this bread at Walmart. It's the Italian long bread. I bought one. You can buy however many you want. I feel like one should be enough for me. So for the ingredients, we're gonna need one Italian long bread. I know this is gonna sound a little weird, but we're also gonna need tortillas. If you don't want to put tortillas on it, you don't have to put tortillas on it. It's just the tradition to put tortillas as the base, and I want to make it as traditional as possible, so I'm going to be putting tortillas in it. I don't like putting tortillas in my capirotada, but like I said, tradition is tradition, and we have to do it here the way it's supposed to be. We are going to be using butter to butter up our bread and our tortillas. Since this is going to be a tres leches, we're going to be needing our evaporated milk, condensed milk, and media crema. Now this is table cream. You can find this at Walmart as well. We're also going to be needing piloncillo. I've used this here before on this channel. It's called Piloncillo brown sugar. You might also find it as Panela. It looks like this. We're going to be needing 2 of these. 2 cinnamon sticks, 3 cloves. The cloves are going to be like this. This is a condiment you would normally use whenever you're cooking, but we're going to be using it for baking today. So it's 3 cloves, 2 tablespoons of vanilla. And now for the toppings over capirotada, we're going to be using shredded coconut, unsalted nuts, almonds, pecan nuts, raisins. And again, this is going to sound a little weird, but we're also going to be using cheese, queso fresco, queso cotija, mozzarella, queso manchego. You can use any type of cheese that you would want, any type of cheese that you would have on your fridge. We're going to start off with adding 1 cup of water into a pot. Put our piloncillos in, our canela, and the 3 cloves. We're going to cover this and bring it to a boil. Okay guys, as you can see, we have this here ready. The panela is almost done melting. There is another way to make this capirotada. It's without the milk. It's just this syrup by itself. So if you guys are lactose intolerant, you can use this recipe just with this itself. You don't have to use the tres leches. Just add a little bit more water to this. Now that this has already been melted, we're going to lower the volume to lowest, and we're going to add the tres leches. We're going to add the evaporated milk, condensed milk, and our media crema. Now that all the milks have been added, we're going to bring it to a medium heat, and we're going to stir. We're going to let this sit here to get a soft boil. We don't want a full boil, just a soft boil. When you're doing this, you also want to look for a thick consistency, kind of like a consistency of an atole, where it's not very liquidy, but it's not very thick as well. It's just right in the middle. We're gonna let this have a soft boil, and then we're gonna turn it off and put it to the side. Our mixture, we're gonna run it through to remove all the cinnamon. Here we should have left over the cinnamon, the cloves. We're going to be cutting our bread. You want to cut it as thin or thick as you want. I'm going to cut them about this. Now that we have all of our bread cut, about this much of a length, we're going to be toasting it. Here on a flat pan, we're going to add a little bit of butter to our bread on both sides. And we're going to toast them. Now that our bread is almost done, we're gonna do the tortillas as well. So I added a little bit of butter to the tortillas. So here I have all of my breads toasted, and I also have the tortilla that I softly fried with a little bit of butter. For the bread, you can leave them out. You can cut them today and you can use them tomorrow. Just leave them outside and they're gonna get hard. Or you can also use your toaster to toast them and then put a little bit of butter and put it on the pan just to fry it a little bit with butter. For my tres leches, I was a little bit too busy toasting the bread that I forgot to add the vanilla. But we can add it at this time and we can just mix it. I have a pan here with butter on it. My oven is already preheating to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. What we're gonna start doing is placing our tortillas on the bottom. If you guys wanna cover these spots right here with tortillas, you can just cut up a little bit more tortillas, fry them and put them right there. I'm just gonna leave it like that. We're gonna grab our toasted bread, dip it into the mixture, make sure it has a nice coating on it, and we're going to place them right here. So we're going to create a sheet of it. Our pecan nuts, I put them into a Ziploc bag and smushed them down so they can get to a smaller size. We're going to start adding the toppings. We're gonna add our cheese, our raisins, unsalted nuts, almonds, pecan nuts, and coconut. And we're gonna do another layer again. We're gonna add a little bit of the extra mixture on top. And lastly, we're gonna top it off with some coconut. Our oven is at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna put this in the oven for about 15-20 minutes. It's already been preheated. And we're gonna be right back. So here it is, guys. Our capirotada that has been baking for about 20 minutes. We're gonna remove it from the oven at this time, and we're gonna do our final spin. Here you go, guys. Here's the end result of our dessert for today. As you can see, we have the raisins, our coconuts, our nuts all over spread, and we can see a little bit of the tortilla in here as well. This is a very soft but crunchy bread. Right here it's like soft, but at the edges it's like a crunchy. It's like a tres leches. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Share with your friends if you loved it. Subscribe to our channel to be part of our family. Click that little notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram page. Tag me on any recipe that you have already made that I've shown you. Leave a comment down below what other recipe you'd want me to try next. Have a great weekend and we'll see you next weekend. Bye!